had me at a low, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.
You can ride all the blue. I wanna do what you want to.
Hey, welcome back. It is great to see you. If this is the first time you're joining, I'm Erica and I'm coming to you from Crushed. In this week's video, we have quite the trek ahead of us. We're going to start at the Barcelo Adults Only Resort and walk all the way down to the Palace, stopping in front of 4 other resorts along the way. Then we're gonna walk through the center of the resorts. I'll take you to the Barcelo Mall and end the video with some time with the dolphins. If you like the video, consider giving me a thumbs up and maybe even subscribe so you can see what other cool adventures we've got going on. The Barcelo Resort down in Riviera Maya consists of 6 different resorts. You have the Barcelo Adults Only Resort, the Maya Beach. Right next to the Maya Beach, we have the Maya Caribe. Then we have the Colonial, the Tropical, and then all the way back down to the Palace. Putting all of these videos together, I really struggled with breaking it down by each resort, putting all of those pieces together in sections, or taking you on the exact route that we took the day of filming. I went ahead and went with the exact route that we took while filming. Starting at the Barcelo Adults Only Resort, passing the Captain Morgan Bar, the U Spa, stopping in front of the Maya Beach, the Maya Caribe, over to the Colonial, Tropical, and then at the Palace. Then we circled in and walked through the center of some of the resorts, giving us the opportunity to walk through the mall and then back up to the dolphin area. Today is definitely a tea day. I've got yerba mate and some slices of lemon. Starting this trek, we're at the Adults Only Resort. Right here, we're walking down the steps. On the right-hand side, we've got that 3rd section of pools and the bar that was open during the time of vacationing. Walking down this beautiful path, you can see that it was really sunshiny that day. It wasn't too warm at the time of filming, but it definitely warranted some sunglasses, a hat, and absolutely sunscreen. Make sure that you have these items with you, or whatever your preference is. Hi, so we've already walked from the Riviera to the beach. It's closed right now due to COVID and the fact that they don't have a whole lot of guests. So it really gives the resort the opportunity to go through and do some preventative maintenance and just making sure that everything is nice. And we're gonna go ahead and head a little bit more north. Okay, now we've stopped at the Caribe. This is the resort that is a little bit more north than the beach and then the Riviera. This one is also closed right now for maintenance and also due to COVID. We're gonna stop at the fitness and the spa so you can see that, and you can see that it's in between the Caribe and Colonial. And they have some awesome hydrotherapy. Whenever you're here and you've got that premium level, they can give you a 1-hour spa hydrotherapy treatment per day. I would highly recommend using that. To the Captain Morgan Bar that's right here on the left-hand side, and this was one of the facilities that was also closed at the time of vacation. Hi, okay, so we're at the Your Spa. Here they have the gym, the little bit bigger gym for all of the resorts, and also the spa so you can have personalized treatments. They've got a few things for sale. And they also have the hydrotherapy. So on the inside, they've got a steam room, sauna room, a couple different showers with essence and like smells like lavender and citrus. That's really cool. Some ice that you can rub on your body. But then the 2 pools that are on the inside, one is freezing cold. So you go from the really, really cold, like a polar plunge, and then you jump into the heat. It really helps with healing and inflammation. And then also on the outside, there's a huge pool with hydrotherapy. And if you want to know more about the spa, I'll go ahead and make sure the link to that video is down below. After visiting the spa, we're gonna walk down the path towards the beach and we're gonna hook a left. And then right before you hit the Colonial Resort, you've got the Mariachi Restaurant. I love the grilled chicken and the fresh fruits and vegetables. We ate there numerous times for lunch and we just absolutely loved it. They also had a bar in there. I don't know if I mentioned that in the other video, but they do. And of course they offer tequila. The Mariachi Restaurant, we're coming up to that little bridge that takes you over the pool and the water park area for the kiddos that's right there in front of the Colonial Resort. This is where our friends stayed and it was a beautiful resort and they said that they absolutely loved it. And if you've stayed at these resorts, please add some comments below and share your experiences with the community. This really helps us whenever we're planning our next vacations. After walking around the pool area at the Colonial, we're heading down to the Tropical Resort. Can you believe how beautiful the beach was? Oh my gosh. Behind me is the Tropical Resort, and right here we've got the Grill Palmaris, and the very next resort is the Palace. The last resort that we're gonna stop at before we start walking through the center is the Palace. And if you haven't seen the video where I do a really quick tour, I'll make sure to go ahead and add that link below. Hey, okay, so we've made it all the way to the other end, from the Riviera to the beach, the Caribe, the Colonial, the Tropical, and then now we're to the Maya Palace. We're gonna go ahead and do a real quick round, so let's go take a look at that. This is beautiful, babe. Let us stay here.
Yeah, this would have been cool to stay at.
Why don't we stay here next time then? Well, I don't know. Hold on, time out, yeah.
There's certainly more action, more activity.
It wasn't too bad of a walk at all.
No, not at all.
Absolutely loved the Palace. This is definitely a contender the next time we visit the resort. After coming out of the bottom level of the Palace, we're taking a right in front of this area. Seemed to be the center of the resort. There's a giant water feature with fountains coming out of the ground and just beautiful landscaping. And you might come across some wildlife too. In between the Tropical and Colonial Resort, there is a giant covered path that takes you to different restaurants and also takes you to different shopping. I've shortened up the video a little bit, but this still gives you a really good idea of what is along this path. Back through the center of the resorts, we stopped right in front of the swim up suites at the Caribe. When we originally booked our vacation, that's where we were originally supposed to stay. We had absolutely no idea that our reservation had been switched to the adults only. It was a beautiful stay. Right behind the Caribe Resort is a centrally located water park for the kiddos. I say kiddos, but I saw some adults in there also. Okay, and so we just made it to the Caribe, and behind us you can see a kids water park, which is super cool. And then on the way up you could see, I called it a lazy river, but apparently it's not a lazy river, it's just like a lagoon type thing. And it's got some waterfalls. You just float underneath of them, swim underneath of them. Behind that water park was the Barcelo Mall. And inside the Barcelo Mall, there were different restaurants. And again, due to COVID, the majority of this was closed. We completely understand and are so thankful to have the opportunity to visit this resort. These options were closed to keep everybody safe. I am super excited to be able to visit the Barcelo Resort in the future and being able to see everything that it has to offer. I do remember one family that we met while we were there. They said that they were staying there for a couple weeks. That is absolutely an option too. And they said that they visited the resort multiple times. So as you can see, there are a lot of people out there that thoroughly love this resort. Don't forget to add your experiences below for the community. Was beautiful and the architecture was just breathtaking. Visiting each of the different resorts, you can see how there is different architecture in each place you go that creates multiple adventures and multiple experiences while you're visiting. Inside this mall, there were a couple different bars, and also this is where the club is located. I did notice that there was another restaurant, La Fuente. I'm looking forward to being able to check this out the next time we visit. Here we saw some super cute squirrels and they were all over the place. Continuing that path right there in the center of the resorts, we're heading to the Maya Beach. We did come across what I felt was a hidden gem, and I'm excited to experience it in the future. This was an adults only pool and bar area in between the Maya Caribe and the Maya Beach.
This is nice.
And that's probably a bar.
Yeah, it's a pool bar.
You got your showers right behind you.
Oh, nice. Well, Adam had a good idea. I still have $1,000 with Norwegian. I have to use it before the end of 2021. Just go and film, and I think that's a really good idea. After checking out this hidden gem, we continued on the path, which took us right back out to the road, right next to the adults only resort. This is pretty. I am so glad that we took the time to walk from one end of the resort to the other, from the adults only all the way down to the palace, stopping in front of the Maya Beach, the Maya Caribe, the Colonial, and the Tropical, and then really taking the time to walk through the center of all of those resorts and finding all of those hidden gems. I hope you can join me next time as I talk about what I learned and what I might do differently. But I know that we're in kind of this weird flux with the COVID restrictions easing up in some areas and not so much in others. Don't forget to love that life that you're in. Get out there, try something new, get outside that comfort zone, and just crush it.
Big dude. I'm just getting some sunbathing.
Y lo que decide es decir adiós. Y lo que